Hello, welcome to this episode of So This Happened, where we get to highlight and review stories that made the news recently. My name is Agege Stadium, your friendly neighborhood reporter. Let's start with the first story. I would like to start this episode with a mini silence for Whitney Adeniran, the Chrisland student who lost her life, and Mr Fredrick Olorunfemi, the father who lost his life while fighting the driver who allegedly defiled his daughter. May their souls rest in perfect peace. With all sincerity, I don't know what to say about these incidents. Is it the young girl who had a promising future and her life was cut short? What baffles me is the unknown cause of her death. The school said she slumped and died. Her mother confirmed she had no pre-existing illness. And still, a child via a voice note claimed she was electrocuted. Social media, they say, is a wild space. We can't even ascertain the authenticity of the information. Any child from any school can as well come up with a voice note and disseminate the news. It's just painful to see anyone go through this pain. But it's unfortunate that a school like Chrisland could not provide adequate emergency and first aid equipment on the field during an inter-house sports competition. We haven't even gotten over the news of Whitney when the news of the Olorunfemis came in. The father of an 8-year-old girl who was allegedly raped by the school bus driver of Luyo School at Idrishaga. First question I asked myself, why was there no bus or care attendant with the kids? Why were the kids left alone with the driver? Who opens and closes the bus for the kids? How is their activities monitored when the driver is driving? Now the driver is on the run. But it's not just justice for the child alone, but also justice for the husband as well. This is getting out of hand. These schools are beginning to misbehave. We can't only blame the schools, we should also blame the Ministry of Education because the level of nonchalant attitude found in schools is alarming. Are there no longer checks? Is it only about having big buildings and connection? Do they have all it takes to educate and protect the future of our children? Don't kill the future of tomorrow with today's lackadaisical attitude. Times are hard, but I feel we are meant to support each other and not add salt to injury. 12th of February 2023, some armed robbers invaded a branch of the Chicken Republic on the Admiralty Way, Lekki Phase 1, Lagos State, and a yet-to-be-identified security guard was shot. Aside from being sad, I am also confused. I thought there's no circulation of cash in town. Have we now resorted to stealing food items and jewelries? It was reported that when the robbers stormed the eatery, workers, customers, and residents around the premises were thrown into panic. The robbers during the operation, however, reportedly carted away with valuables and did not attack customers who witnessed the operation. It seems like the prayer, "No weapon formed against me shall prosper," requires you to have your own maximum protection, just like saying, if you do anyhow, you go collect. So while people went to their place of worship on Sunday, the members of House on the Rock enjoyed a message preached by their presiding pastor, Pastor Uche Ayigbe, with an AK-47 hanging on his shoulder. In his message, he said, "Today, there are some pastors with the gift of divination who go about ripping people off. This is why we should carry our guns and defend ourselves. I will particularly be coming very soon for some of you sleeping in church." And the church erupted in laughter. Sisters, brothers, I wasn't at the service, but it reached make we ask questions. Following Pastor Uche's act, the Nigerian police have decided to probe the matter. They requested for the video of the service to hear what the pastor was saying. He has also been invited by the Commissioner of Police Abuja for questioning. After interrogation, it was discovered that he borrowed the gun from an inspector who has now been recommended for dismissal, while Pastor Uche has been detained. After all said and done, I decided to look for comments from his church members and I found some. Here's what they had to say. At D_lead consult says, I was seated comfortably in church at Hot Refuge yesterday while he preached and wasn't scared at all. He innocently wanted to make a point clear enough. At Ernest_Nancy MUA says, my pastor, so proud of him. The gun was to preach about something, not for protection, please. At Feishayo Richard says, the gun was actually used as an illustration to buttress his preaching. Oh my Igbala. Anyhow, sha. No go lose guard for streets. Use all your body, use and do eyes. And now we've come to the end of this episode. Be free to share your comments on any of the stories. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on all our social media handles for By the Second News Update. Until next time, I am still your friendly neighborhood reporter, Adebimpe Olajiga. Thank you for watching.